Hey everybody, Rhadamant here. Thank you so very much for watching Frost and Fire, episode 113. So, last episode, we managed to finally spin up the reactor. And now it's about getting the remainder of the researched, the drive, the cryptosleep caskets, the machine persuasion, and starflight sensors, and building that ship and taking off. I'm planning on building the ship around here, in this area. As you can see, most of this spot here is going to allow for ship construction. I got some YouTube comments, one mentioning that a door was left open, fixed, and another one asking whether or not I would use anti-grain against this mech cluster or other enemies, and the answer is yes. In fact, I am going to recover the anti-grain warhead from the trap so that it is launchable. It's possible that I will be forced to use the anti-grain warhead before that time, but if not, I will not waste it. I'll put it that way. All right, every one of my colonists are going to be set now on the avoid zone, and the avoid zone is going to be pretty similarly mimicked the animal hauling zone that I have, the unrestricted animal hauling, where they are not allowed anywhere near this mech cluster. I will allow them to rebuild this wall there, but that's about it. This is as close as they will go. All right, looks good. And then I will fill in this area that used to have the defoliator and all of the centipedes and the like that were guarding the defoliator. Now that is allowed for us to travel into. One other thing I wanted to do is to attempt to call in allies for a lung. So I am going to call in an Imperial trader. I'm going to call in an exotic goods trader, and I'm going to call in a bulk goods trader. The tribals don't really have a high chance of selling lungs, so I'm just going to go with bulk goods there. I am hoping that the traders do not enter the map tile here and trigger the mech cluster. There's, as you can see, nothing I could do. It's outside my build range, so it's not even like I could build a wall to steer them around. So fingers crossed they don't wake up that cluster. If they do, I'll just anti-grain it. You know, like you do. Speaking of which, let's recover the anti-grain warhead and stick that in a pod of its own. Okay, warhead recovered. Another thing I probably should do before I forget is to clean up a considerable amount of this unbelievably nasty mess, because we'll get food poisoning, and that's not going to be helpful when trying to get the ship launched. Now my pets will be very helpful into moving slag and steel and stuff like that. We are melting down some of the bound Reaper weapons that we have. Bash is getting our food prepared. I also wanted to remove this area from home zone, as I'm basically abandoning this north spot here. What I am not doing, however, is abandoning the wall. I'm planning on putting the slate wall back just for an added layer of protection if I feel like I need it. It's nice to have it. All right, looking good. So now the name of the game is to repair, replace, you know the deal, and get ready for future raids, because, I fully expect there to be additional raids. Let's go ahead and move some of these. Oh, you know what? These turrets are fine. I don't need to install new ones. We have a small stockpile of fully rusted, I know they don't look rusted, but fully rusted Reaper corpses that need to be grenadiered, exploded, removed, because they're ugly. I am not planning on using any of these bugs. I feel like I have enough nutrient paste meals to last me, so it's not really in my best interest to waste time with that. I suppose one thing I could do is move some of the... I'm going to get rid of these cables so they don't act as a wick for fires, and that only takes seconds. Move some of these turrets up to replace the ones that I lost, because I don't need so many turrets down there. So, you know how I said I wasn't going to focus on that? I lied. I'm going to put a few turrets up here as sapper deterrent. Just 3 of them. And that shouldn't take very long. Okay, good. JD, would you be so kind as to don the frag grenades and get rid of these corpses? Little worried about where my animals are going. Hey, Glitch. No, Glitch, don't do it. Glitch, don't do it. 1 second. I don't want to grenade my own pet. There we go. I had this unselected as a home zone, but even then Glitch was like, I'm gonna go walk on it. Which, well, that would hurt. Just a little. Alright, JD, you were done. I'm not going to haul any more bodies inside the base. Switch your weapon, and Glitch, you can go back on unrestricted animal hauling. And Area 1 will give you removed. So here's the turrets that we wanted installed. And recovering some of the steel that was used for cablings. There we go. So now we have a little bit of a sapper deterrent up here, because this has been a very popular spot for sappers to sap. Our miners are still building up a supply of uranium, both for the uranium slug turrets if I need to defend myself sometime in the future, and for the ship reactors and the like. Alright, Hippie, I'm going to give you a task that I am sure you're not really going to be keen on, which is to clean the base, because it is nasty. Now, I'm not going to spend all the time... Hey! A flying exoticus trader. This might be the lung we were looking for. An architect arm. A harmonizer, but no lung. I mean, an architect arm sounds amazing, but I actually don't even have the money to buy it. So that's moot. I have plenty of neutroamine, so that's not really in short supply. A soother? I'll buy a soother. That sounds like a pretty solid investment. Oh. Has this beacon been... Oh, you know, the beacon is roofed up because I didn't remove the roof fully. That would explain it. Wow, we have some really, really happy people. All right, I'm really curious what Hippie even tries to clean. Another thing I wanted to do is to kick the advanced components up a whole lot because ship construction requires a whole lot of advanced components. So let's stockpile it. We know that we're going to need it. Ooh, and a power fire event. Nothing like a short circuit to ruin your day. All right, where is Hippie cleaning? Nope, she's hauling. So a group of travelers passing by. Every group of travelers that passes by has or carries a risk of triggering the proximity sensors of that mech cluster. Oh man, and I guess we have a poisoned stack of meals here. Which is too bad that Raptor was the one that got poisoned because he's, of course, our researcher, so that really slows down the research speed a bit. Looks to me like our constructors are getting whatever was damaged in the kill box repaired, which is always handy. Wow, you must have some serious health conditions. Yep, dementia, frail, bad back, and a gunshot leg, or gunshot wound to the leg. I was like, one of these is not moving, and his name is Flash. That must be an ironic name. The town councilman of the machinists. Okay, well that's amusing. And there is poison meal number 2 of 4. Where the other 2 are, I do not know, but I'm about to find them, I bet. Hopeless vagabonds. Sorry, Wrens. I am not taking on vagabonds at this point. We are blasting off to the stars, and if I take a look at that, my guess is we won't even be here in 6 days. Well, no, it will probably take longer than that to build the ship, but I don't really feel the need to stop what I'm doing and start to build bedrooms and the like for hopeless vagabonds to be interned, quartered here. No, thank you. Is it rude? Perhaps. All right. Don't have a mood break, please. It is now very normal temperature, as you can see up here. I'm hoping that the trade caravans come on in as a result and come in safely. I'm not really sure how much uranium I'm going to need, but I feel like however much I'm going to need, I feel like I've hit the threshold already. I have probably 700. Oh, here we go. Oh, Lord. So the Imperial Trader and Mother of Storbeck, Ilo Gecko. No, who's the Mother of Storbeck? Brock? That's a woman's name? Oh, and she's naked. Of course she is. So not only did she... Okay, no, she has pants on and a hat. Mommy, could you put more clothes on? Yeah, they're gonna get smoked. They're about to hit the proximity sensor, and there's nothing I could do about that. The machinists and the rebel farmers were smarter and came in to the north. Here we go. Thank you for activating hell. All right, and Brock, with her wooden club and no shirt, is now melee brawling an auto inferno turret. And I am essentially... Oh, and she's about to explode. Nope, she's alive. Alright, start back. I have no intention of saving anyone else, but I will attempt to save Brock. I am also going to have to change the restricted zoning here to be even less permissive, because now with all these mechs activated, it's not safe at all to get near the cluster. Before, it was mostly about avoiding the proximity sensors, and now it's about not dying. So the avoid zone and the pet hauling zone will reflect that accordingly. All right, so Brock has a bleed out timer of about 6 hours, and all these mechs should reset. Don't quote me on that, but I think that they will reset their location and not continue to come to me. If they continue to come to me, okay, well, we have a pretty well restarted base defense. And yeah, that seems to be the case. Oh, right, and Raptor has food poisoning. I want to try to save Brock, but there is no safe way to get there at the moment. There's also the worry that the Scyther here is coming down to mess with Gabe. So what I'm going to do is shut off this stuff and forbid the door so that no one goes to that deep drill anymore. All right, looks like there's a dangerous but small window of opportunity to try to get to Brock. And here is mechs coming into my kill box. Let me get ready to turn the turrets on. Done. All right, Hippie, how's it going? Now, I knew she was going to get shot at by Infernos. Not a whole lot I could do about that. All right, let's get the back autocannons on and the front autocannons on. And then just watch the turret health here so that none get destroyed. All right, it is no longer safe to be in here any longer. So let's keep... Oh, you're set to avoid... everybody stay fortified. There we go. Keep them out. Hippie is going on a very daring rescue. Raptor's gonna try to help by chaos skipping them even closer to her. There. Some smoke pop as cover. And... I am going to set up an allowed zone here as a rescue. All right, let's check in on the mechs. These Lancers need to go find a better target. All right, Hippie can go do whatever she wants. Raptor is now going to render aid to Brock. All right, I'm going to turn off the front row and the middle row, drawing the Lancers further into the kill box. And Hippie found the third poisoned meal, unfortunately for her. All right, the back row off and the autocannon turrets at the back off. Animals, you should be set on pets inside. It's no longer safe for you outside. And also, let's keep you away from the meat. All right, once they enter the shredding zone, turn on all the autocannon turrets, get them killed, and then turn them back off. Well, the the trade caravans was absolute mayhem. Absolute mayhem. Where just about every single trader is shooting into a low mech shield, and these centipedes haven't been touched at all. That's rough. Brock here has been patched up to be saved, but I'm going to bring her to a proper bed now. Phoenix. Okay. Turn that on. The Brawler Juggle. Alright, we are now allowed back into the kill box, as the immediate threat to the kill box is over. These poor traders getting absolutely massacred. And now we have centipedes coming in. So we have a brief window where we can reset the kill box. I knew that trying to call in Exotica traders to try to aid JD was dangerous because of the proximity of this mech cluster. And unfortunately, every single one of these traders came from a northern route, which means that every single one is going to pass directly into the mech cluster that's here. I could have done more to try to help them. But it's not my problem. I know how rude that sounds. It's just not my problem. All right, Brock is no longer capable of walking, so Storbeck, you are welcome. That was a harrowing rescue. And now we have centipedes coming in. I'm just gonna get Bash to repair some of the most broken pieces of the kill box wall. Oh, no? Yep, yes. So yep, okay, they're coming in now. Which means it is no longer safe for any of my guys to be in here any longer. And I'm going to keep the back turrets on to lure the centipedes deeper into the kill box. And actually, in this instance, I'm going to turn on the slug turrets. Because I feel like, well, obviously the uranium slugs are more efficient at killing mechs than the autocannons are. And I feel like we can source uranium a little bit easier than we can source steel. And I'll get the uranium drills going again. Okay. 3 more centipedes and a pikeman. Now this makes, let's see, Scyther, Scyther, Lancer, Scyther, Scyther, Centipede. It makes considerable enemies, but the psychic suppressor hasn't turned on, so I'm still, as crazy as it sounds, I'm still not going to nuke it or anything. I do like how I designed this so that the moment enemies come out of the trickle feeder, they're basically hit by slug turrets. It's a relatively delicious design. That there's no, due to the overlapping fields of fire, there's no safe place. And now there's only this one mech left. Alright, let's go rearm some of these uranium slugs. And the Stay Fortified Zone does allow for our people to go mine the uranium, for Leth and Gabe to do that, so that's fine. Okay. Storbeck's Mother Brock is totally protected, sitting comfortably in a hospital bed, so I've done right by him, I feel. And Bash found the last poison meal. I'm gonna have JD and Storbeck haul some of the meat into the kitchen so that we can make more meals. All right, bye-bye. Oh, first shot. It was already very, very wounded, so that wasn't like lucky or anything. It had been plinked at by the traders for a long time. Is it reasonable to save Stork? Nope, you're bleeding too quick. It's not that I was never going to attempt to save them. It's more the fact that I wasn't going to go out of my way other than the one relative, and that was done. And at much risk to my own self, might I add. And there we go. So I have added the kill box back in. We will have constant printings, or whatever you want to call it, constant manufacturing of additional enemies that will arrive. But they're mostly Scythers, and I'm not that worried about it. There's one thing that's mechanoid. What I could do, actually, is attempt to, because they only have a low mech shield, attempt to shell the unstable power cells and have them trigger explode. Mostly for fun. So Gabe and Leth, I'm going to have you do that as the night crew with Storbeck. And all of you are going to aim roughly here with normal shells. Let's make sure it's normal shells, not HE or anything, or not antigrain. Yep, normal shells. Okay, nothing of consequence that round. Nope. Nope. Took out the one of the assemblers. Still 6 left. Wow. Just hitting a whole lot of nothing. They're so delicately firing around the unstable power cells. I gotta say, it's pretty incredible how little we've hit them yet. And a unique exchange. A neuroformer for 9 Gladius. That's very, very easy to do. And Storbeck is 1 neuroformer. Well, I guess he's level 5. Yeah, I mean, I could do that, I guess. So let's accept for 9 Gladius. And take 2 weapons. Or actually take 2 Let's see. Temp Steel is going to also allow melee Gladius. Another thing is I have to make sure that my smelter is not set up to melt down Gladius. Let's make it with steel. And take 2 Temp Steel. And then we can actually turn off the smelter. Okay, so we accept. The centipede is not the centipede itself, but the centipede printer is gone. I suppose at this point I'll just aim for the suppressor, which is down to 46. Man, these shells are... You guys are miserably inaccurate. And here's a new printing. So I'm going to have them come off of the mortars because I'm basically out of shells. And then we have a wave of mostly Scythers and 1 Lancer coming in. The centipede was taken out. All right. Again, we're going to have to remove from State Fortified Zone. Oh, really? One shot hit me in the kidney. Oh, man. Well, that's what I get for being, I don't know, lackadaisical, throwing caution to the wind. Could be worse. Could be a whole lot worse. We're now the colony of missing organs. Oh no, I guess there's still the centipede printer. Yep, still up there. Alright, sorry, Starbeck. But you're in the hospital next to your ma, so I don't know. Some justice there. Alright, let's see how fast we can shred this thing. I just turned on the everything. It is very much a mech grinder. Alright, bash. You will get over your food poisoning soon. Let's add the kill box zone back. So if I really wanted the mech assembler destroyed, I could just walk up to the west, poke 2 holes in the walls here, or actually poke 2 holes in the walls here. None of these turrets would see me, and I could blow it up, but I don't honestly care that much. Happy. You want to mortar them? Give it a go. Who else is free? Raptor's busy researching. That doesn't matter. I don't have enough shells. Oh, she hit an unstable power cell, which triggered and exploded the mech assembler for centipedes. Good job. That's basically what I wanted. JD is cranking the Gladiuses out. The reason I accepted that is I have the, I could call a shuttle, or I could use Hippie to far skip. So it's very, very easy to fulfill trades with far skip and shuttles. Basically no effort at all. Okay, Storbeck's fully healed, minus the kidney he's missing. So I figured, on first shot, the Lancer will miss. It will ping off the armor. Nothing bad could happen, right? I was wrong. I do feel bad about the Field of Dead here. But maybe not bad enough not to call in yet another trade caravan. So in 8 hours, I can call in a second wave, which I fully admit sounds needlessly cruel, but I'm probably going to do it anyway. I just want those organs. What can I say? Okay, we probably don't need any more uranium, so I'll get these turned off and have Gabe and Leth haul and repair and reload. I may also have to go after steel. Looks like I'm pretty low on steel after dealing with the mechs that came into the kill box. I do have more steel drilling spot here, but the other thing I'm going to need to do is clear force and switch from summer to winter. So let's go winter brawling and winter shooting, because it is starting to get cold. I'm also going to want to turn off all but a few of my coolers. And then turn on all the heaters. Fill in the chimneys. Well, I don't usually chimney that. To keep the base a little warmer, because as you can see, I let the... Actually, the base... Well, I don't know what the temperature of the base was, but I don't have anything growing anymore. I feel like the stockpile of potatoes I have can carry me to exit. So I've been keeping the grow tables off. One could even argue that I could break these down for parts for the steel that I need to build the ship. But my stance on that is I don't like to cannibalize my base if I can help it. And I tend not to cannibalize my bases. So if I can avoid cannibalizing this base, I will. All right, at this point, I think we should be able to call it, yeah. Trade caravan. Oh, some Storeback or Raptor has to call that one in. So I'll call the other caravans in. And then Raptor calls in the Imperial one, because you need a knight or higher title to call the Imperial one, which Storeback or a Raptor have. All right. The swords, only 5 away. It's good. It's weird that I would take a moment to do that, but I figured why not. Oh, okay. And more mechs up to come mess with us. All right, let's not be lazy this time. I don't want to lose yet another kidney. Actually keeping people out this time. What's hissing? Oh, crossfire on the turret. That's always annoying. Instead of rebuilding that one, we will just take from here. Beauty of having spares. All right, that wave is over. I think there's only, what, one more print left? Yep, one more print left. And 8 days left on the suppressor, which I easily could shell if I had JD make some mortar shells. What is Raptor's comfortable? Oh, -43 in the Phoenix armor? Okay, that's fine. You can continue wearing it. Same with Storbeck. Getting a whole lot repaired. Another thing that I could do is to, now that they're dead, allow people back into the box again. Brock's fully healed. And it's not cold enough to have her die on her way out, which is good. It's 56, which is just hovering around her minimum comfortable temperature. So I did, amongst all the people that I obviously am fully responsible for getting killed, I did one good thing. Does it offset the bad things? No, heavens no. But at least Storbeck won't be upset. I did it for Storbeck, and the fact that having his mother die would have been one mood downer. But with my luck, Brock here is going to immediately re-enter the map tile and go, hey, I'm back. I'm here to soak up some more Scyther blades and Inferno turrets, and yeah, I mean, I can totally see that happening, so. All right, the fire foam is naturally starting to dissipate, which is great, because we've been tracking into their base, and I think that's probably the reason for all the food poisoning that we got. Okay. Looking at my steel amount, I am definitely due for some steel mining. Let me turn on the ground penetrating scanner so I can even see where the zone for that is. Okay, done. And that door should not be left open. Oh man, we're still getting food poisoning. I think 2 batches were poisoned then. That is the most reasonable explanation. All right, so this is the last Gladius. Assuming that all the other Gladii were normal or better quality, but seeing that JD is super skilled, yeah, they're all good. All right. As soon as Hippie recovers from her food poisoning, she can fulfill the trade order, because then she can just far skip herself home instantly. And I wouldn't mind getting some additional shells made just in case. So I'm going to high prioritize the steel zone and the chem fuel zone so that we haul those materials in. We are a little bit over half research for the Johnson Tanaka drive, the engines of our exit strategy. And here is the last wave of mechs coming in now. Let's go ahead and remove the builders from the area. Alright, there's only one left. I'm just gonna allow my... Yep, he died. Allow my guys back in there. Alright, and an eclipse. Well, that is where we're gonna end. We're going to end with the Johnson Tanaka drive, about half researched. The mech cluster up here, all but spent, with just a suppressor looming in about a week. And the absolute massacre of the trade caravans at the hands of this mech cluster, because the Royals decided to plow face first into a mech cluster. If you have any feedback for me, let me know in the comments below. Thank you so very much for watching. I will catch you next episode. Farewell, everybody.